Son, where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad. One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico. They never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? People's peace and blessings, man. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Happy Thursday. I hope all is well with each and every single one of you. Friday right around the corner. And I feel good. I'm grateful to be here, man. Shout outs to my poets, writers, content creators. You know the list is long. I always gotta shout them out here. If you see the title, do you know what this is about? We gotta we gotta do better than this, man. It's not brand new, but it's happening so much. I have to ask the question, what is wrong with some of you? Like legitimately, what is wrong with some of you? Because I refuse to believe that you have no emotional control at all. And if this is a problem that you've had all this time and you never addressed it, you need some serious help. Like serious help. Because there's no way in the world you're going to convince me that you walked this planet as long as most of us, and you're still responding so erratically because somebody doesn't want to deal with you anymore. We need to rethink the way that we're handling disappointment and rejection. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody. This woman right here, you took it too far, way too far. And quite frankly, you should be doing hard time. I hope they don't give you a slap on the wrist. I hope they don't go lenient on you because this shit was fucking crazy. And it's not acceptable on no front. I don't care if it's a man or a woman doing shit like this. There's no penis or vagina that good that would allow me to crash out the way that you did. What am I talking about? I got a clip here from Instagram. Shout out to Instagram. They always bring the news. They're more honest than most of our media outlets. And I seen this. I was like, oh shit, hold up. Bring camera footage. Is that what I think it is? All right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we gotta talk about it. I'm tired of this. Just like this shit is out of control. Hold on, I'm gonna bring this up on the big screen. And it's not that long of a clip. It's long enough though. Just enough to give you an idea of what the hell we looking at. Now, let me see. She's in a apartment complex, and I guess the guy that she was dealing with, he don't want nothing else to do with her no more. I don't know if he broke up with her. I don't know if he found somebody else. I don't know what this situation is. But she took no for an answer. And she pulled up to his address and did this shit. You see that shit? Do you see that shit? Hold up, 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 hold up. Look, man, I'm praying, right, that nobody was severely hurt in this situation. Really, honestly. I don't know if this brother had kids in there. I don't know if he had a mother in there. I don't know if he had cousins. I don't know if there was anybody in there. It could have been an empty place. You can't tell me that something is off with you. Something psychologically, something spiritually, something mentally is off with you. To go to somebody's location with this premeditated idea that if I can't have you, that nobody else is going to have you type of attitude. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is attempted murder. This is uh definitely arson. How did we get here? How do a woman get to the breaking point to where she just realizes or says to herself, I don't care about my life anymore. I don't care how this is going to affect my loved ones. I don't care if this puts me behind bars for the rest of my life. I don't care if there are victims. I don't care if anybody is hurt or harmed in this situation. My only objective, my only concern is getting back at this nigga for kicking me to the curb for whatever reason. I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy some fucking gasoline. I'm going to take a lighter. I'm going to take that, pour it. I'm going to go make sure that it does exactly what it's supposed to do here. I know he has a ring camera because I've been in and out of this property for a while. I don't really care. I'm gonna take this gasoline. I'm gonna pour it all over the floor. I'm gonna make sure it goes right underneath the door inside of the apartment. And then I'm just gonna light it up. If I can't have you, nobody else will. You gonna do that to me? You gonna treat me that way? I gave you all the best years of my life, the best weeks of my life. I gave my body to you. I did this for you. I did that for you. Supposedly, I don't know what their dynamic was. I gave you me. And you got the nerve to sit here and say to my face that you don't want nothing to do with me anymore. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. Because if my heart hurt and I gotta be in pain, you're gonna be in pain. It doesn't work like that. And I'm starting to really question how anyone can find logic in being so reactive to the point to where you would rather sacrifice the rest of your life behind prison walls just to ensure that another person isn't sleeping with somebody that is essentially said, all right, this is the expiration date. We no longer can go in the same direction. We're on different paths, my nigga. You and I see things different. Our life moving forward, they don't correlate. You want something that I don't anymore. Maybe our personalities don't align anymore. Maybe you was out here fucking around and you got caught. Maybe he was a dickhead. Maybe he just was a straight up dickhead. He did you dirty and got rid of you. The possibilities are endless. We can only speculate. There's a season for everything. We're grown. Stop acting like a fucking child. You're not 10 years old, throwing a temper tantrum all over the floor. You are a grown ass woman. You are a black woman. You use your fucking brain. Everybody has an expiration date. If a nigga want to stay with you, he's going to do everything in his power to stay with you. If a woman is going to stay with you and be with you, she's going to do what is necessary to be there. If a motherfucker do not want to be there with you, you can't force nobody to be there with you. You can't force them to love you. You can't force them to like you. You can't force them to cooperate. You can't force them to be reciprocal. You can't force them to invest in you. You cannot force people to be what you in your mind for them to be. If they're not that person, it's never going to work. How? How do people feel so possessive over another human being? You didn't come out the womb with this bitch. You didn't come out the womb with this guy. You were born in different existences. Freedom of speech, freedom of choice. If they find you interesting and they decide that they want to pour into you or share a part of their life with you on this walk of life, this journey, this short lived journey, we don't know how long we got here. If they decide that they want to open up to you and laugh with you and share memories with you, that's cool. But there's no promise that they're going to be there forever. There's no guarantee that you're going to lock them in. There's no guarantee that that's the person you're supposed to be with in the first place. And I know I know for sure, for absolute certain, there's no fucking way in the world that was your husband. You're not a wife. There's nothing about that that exudes femininity. There's nothing about that exudes a woman that is ready to walk down an aisle and have 5, 6 kids and have somebody taking care of them for the rest of their life. That this does not reflect that. No, you are fucking Norman Bates. I mean, you got some screws loose. Now I watched this video at least 10 times just because I wanted to wrap my mind around the level of depravity, the level of constant dissonance that someone has to display to get to this point. I've been hurt before. We've all had our heart broken before. Who hasn't suffered disappointment, been betrayed, backstabbed? Really? Who hasn't had a crush or first love? Who hasn't been with somebody that they thought they want to spend the rest of their life with and it didn't work out that way? We've all been down this road. We've been with people that we shouldn't have been with and forced ourselves to be with them. And all in between, we've all done it. Why do you think you're an exception? Why do you think you are different than me? How do you think that you are the only woman on this planet who has ever been dumped or had someone just pretty much shit on them? There's niggas who done walked in on their girl getting their cheeks clapped. There's women who done walked in on their guy getting reverse cowboyed and all types of stuff. But guess what? How you respond, how you respond matters. Your perception of the situation means more in the moment than your response. You think people don't want to spaz out and take their anger out on the world after somebody individually does harm to them. But guess what? You got to look deep down inside and ask yourself, how did we get here? How did I get to the point to where my man, he don't want me no more? This relationship isn't working out no more. What did I do to contribute to the failure of this relationship? Did you pick horribly? Did you choose a guy who just wasn't worth opening your legs up? Was it just a situation that just ran its course? Everything seemed like it was cool, but y'all wasn't on the same wavelength. And eventually he decided to go elsewhere. Was the communication off? What role did you take in that? You mad and pissed off because my guy decided to step away from you. You thought the only way to get back at him was to put your stupid ass in jail. So you would rather go to jail than actually live to see another day, get therapy, get some help, level up, and then I don't know, maybe actually meet somebody that is worth your time. Maybe you wasn't worth his. Maybe you just wasn't the woman for him. Is that wrong? Someone help me out here. Is it wrong to know when it's time to pack it up, pull back, reassess, and then pivot off into a direction that is more beneficial to your growth and progress? Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think there is anything wrong with that. Friendships are temporary. All of them aren't really friendships. You know how? I know that because you're not still friends with a lot of these people for a number of reasons. Why these marriages fail, why a lot of these partnerships and businesses fail is because none of that shit was equally yoked. Maybe, just maybe, neither one of you were each other's type. And y'all were just there for the carnality. Ever consider that? I mean, it's a thought, isn't it? I mean, it's like, nigga, you act like we're all out here dating and vetting. No, we're not. Most of us are just out here hunting and being hunted. You horny, you horny, you're opportunist, and you're broke, or you're bored, and you just want to be entertained. Everybody not out here moving the way that they should be. Maybe, just maybe, he wasn't your person and you wasn't his. And my thing is, this stuff got to stop. It has to stop. It has to. There's no condoning that type of behavior. I don't care how badly your heart is hurting. The only time you should really get into that type of mindset is if you're defending yourself or you're defending another person, and it's a life or death situation. But there's no excuse for getting in your vehicle, getting on a bus, taking your arms, legs, and feet, consciously purchasing items that are designated to destroy another person's life off of your emotions and feelings. That is a weak and pathetic way to excuse your behaviors because you don't know how to handle rejection. What? You set this man's apartment on fire. And then it's like she the way she did the shit was like you knew she know there's a ring camera or there's something there. You still you ain't cover up your face. You ain't do none of that. You just like, man, fuck this shit. It is what it is. And guess what? Your dumb ass is going to jail. He's still going to be out here. If anyone was harmed in that, he's still going to be doing living his life while you in prison. Then you're going to be in prison feeling dumb as hell because you realized that it wasn't worth it. It's rarely ever worth it. Rarely. We got to get a handle on this for the love of me, because there's no way in the world you're going to convince me that you don't have the faculties to control your emotions and feelings. If you can go to the 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday and clock in and clock out and handle that there, and you can do it outside too. That's crazy to me. And y'all tripping. You tripping. Men who kill their girlfriends and their wives and shit over them stepping out, and they gonna do them regardless. And that's how you gotta look at this stuff these days. People are going to do what they want regardless. You can't make nobody be loyal, and you can't make nobody love you. You can't make nobody support you. You can't make nobody do nothing that they don't want. The actions always show otherwise. Blame yourself. Blame yourself for allowing them to get that deep with you to the point where they could affect you that way. It's your fault. You gotta take this shit with a grain of salt. How many people have you broken up with and laid down with? You think you're just gonna grow old with every single person that you felt some type of attachment to? Because guess what? You're not. If you're lucky, and you actually find someone that is on the same page as you, that's something else. But rarely are you going to just come across all these people. Your body count is over 20. You really thought you were going to be with all of them people forever? No, you didn't. Don't blame nobody else for that. Stuff happens. Get in the shower, get freshed up, and start over. Maybe do things a little differently. Stop being avoidant. Hold yourself accountable for your role. Can't nobody do more to you than you allow. And then it goes on both ends, the man and the woman. This is what happens when you pick bad. This is what happens when you thinking with your members. This, oh, I like crazy. I like toxic. I like that. Yeah, I'm sure you do like it until you don't. I'm sure you like it until you don't. And they show you that there's levels and you're not really willing to go to the depths of hell to entertain that shit no more. They stalking you, busting out your windows, falsifying documents, sticking holes in condoms, trying to line you up with people. What? We get involved with all of these different souls. They destroy our psyche. We lose ourselves in the midst of it and become things that we never thought we would ever become. And then we want to blame everybody else. Man, hopefully they arrested you. Hopefully that time away will be enough for the Lord Himself to visit you in your deepest and darkest place and find and within that humility and humble pie because you need it. Someone does wrong by you, you wash your hands of it, find forgiveness within it, move on with your life. That is a burden that is too heavy to bear. Why would you want to walk around with that? Oh, they didn't want me. I'm destroyed. No, you're being saved. You're being spared. They didn't want to pour into you. Cool, let them go. You're being spared. They're fornicators. They're cheaters. Cool, they did you a favor. The negative attributes and characteristics that that person offers you is an opportunity to look at it as a saving grace. I'm actually trying to get you out of harm's way because I'm destructive. I'm hella destructive. And you're going to end up getting hurt because of me. So if I'm doing all of this ignorant stuff and I'm out here in the street doing me, or I'm a liar, or I'm a narcissist, I'm helping you. I'm trying to get you back on order. Sometimes God come to you in ways that is only through some harsh conditions so that you realign with your own path because you strayed too much. You strayed so far within your lifestyle that you got with a guy that got you into where you would set that entire like it's not even that you set the apartment on fire. You set or you made it to a situation where not only did you do this to that one individual place, but that's a complex. So if his shit catches on fire, you don't think that people above him or underneath him might be in harm's way and in danger too? And you put everybody at risk. All for what? Like, I be wondering the logic behind it. I understand the hurt. I understand the emotions. I don't understand the logic behind it. How is causing pain to other people going to get rid of the pain that I got? Put it in perspective. Let's say you successfully burnt down this man's apartment and he was in there. All right, you killed him. You still ain't got him though. You still ain't got him. He gone. He's deceased. He's in the ground. He's no longer breathing. Your emotions and your hurt took him away. The one person that you obsessively cared for, in order to get back at him, you got rid of him. He's no longer gone, and guess what? You still left with the hurt. Because guess what? You killed him for rejecting you, but you're still rejected, and he's no longer here. And you're in jail. So that's more burden that you got to carry. That's more shame that you got to carry. I don't understand the logic. It's ass backwards. Perspective. It's all about perspective. Well, we don't think about it like that. Go ahead and show me your true colors. Show me who you really are. It's gonna suck. I thought you was something that you really ain't, but I guess you weren't. So I guess back to the drawing board for me. Cool. All right. Well, let me get back to what I was doing. Let me go back to work. Let me go back to trying to make some money. And let me be more cautious about who I'm inviting into my life, how much I'm giving out. Let me start checking myself for my behavior and how I'm moving with these people so I don't be here again. Whatever he said or whatever he did to you, it's going to be done to somebody else. You're reacting to things that are out of your control. You're reacting to somebody who is just being who they are. They're going to be who they are with you. They're going to be who they are without you. If that doesn't align with who you are, then I would think, well, shit. Well, I'm not a compulsive liar and this, that, and the third. Oh, but they're so attractive. They're so pretty. They're so handsome, though. But nothing else matters. Then guess what? Take the L, nigga, because you ignored all the red flags because you were attracted to them physically and you preferred to stay there and put up with the bullshit versus to just let them be with somebody else and they could take their bullshit to somebody else. Let somebody else deal with them bad habits. Do what the hell you supposed to be doing for you until you actually meet somebody who is willing to meet you halfway. No more half-assing it. There's no way and no reason in the world why a single person on this planet should be dealing with somebody that brings them to the point they want to unalive their partner. If you're dealing with men and women like that, that is a you problem. Yeah, I said it. It's a you problem. Why would anybody want that? I know I don't. Spare me. Just go ahead. Kick rocks. Go on about your way. Hasta la vista. I'm good. $8 billion people on this planet. You know you better than anybody else. And I'm going to keep on advocating for folks to get help. Figure out your stuff before you start trying to emotionally involve other people into you, or vice versa. Just stay alone. It's not that big of a deal. You don't get none of that time back. And she didn't care at all. It was worth it for her. I guarantee you she wasn't always like that. But see, this is what happens when y'all be wanting to deal with toxic dudes and you want to be dealing with certain folks based on their aesthetics and you don't care about their personality. You don't care about who they are as a person at all. All you care about is what they can buy, how much they can spend, and how far they can take you in life. Y'all don't care about nothing else. You're vain as fuck. And you're spoiled. You're spoiled from yourself and you don't know how to fucking compartmentalize your childhood traumas and fix the stuff going on with you. You turn into a grown-ass adult carrying your problems into other people's spaces and expect them to babysit you. We don't babysit over here.
Cut it out.
Just let it go. Let them do them. Let them figure out their own stuff. I mean, because if you're going to be full of shit and you're going to be fake and you ain't really here for the right reasons, then what the hell am I fighting over this shit for? Why am I stressing out over this shit? I ain't losing sleep for a fucking soul. And I'm sure as hell I'm not about to crash out over not now one of you miserable bitches. You don't want to be here? Cool. Go where you choose. You're not about to waste my time, though. You're not about to steal my joy, and you're sure as hell not about to live rent-free in my head. Because I know it was going to happen. That thing in you, and I'm gonna close out with this. Those negative characteristics and them traits that you've been holding on to all these years that you take from person to person, you tear down, you go from house to house. You don't understand how much of a common denominator you're of, then you like you're going to eventually meet the right one if you haven't. And both of you going to trip over your shoelaces right into embarrassment, shame, right into years of bitterness and resentment, contentment. Nah, you want somebody who wants you. And if you're not that person for them, that's fine too. And sometimes you just don't get the type of resolve that you would hope. Sometimes you just don't speak. There is no final conversation. There is no I'm sorry. There is no closure. Sometimes it just ends and you have to just let it be what it's going to be. That's cool too. Your freedom is not, it's not worth any of that. Do better. For the love of everything, do better. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up this evening. Shout outs to the brother who decided to walk away because that just wasn't that wasn't it no more. He had to go. And if you willing to burn down somebody's house, I can only imagine what type of personality you had before that. But yeah, we out, man. Y'all guys enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We out. I'm going back into the lab, but y'all be easy. I see y'all tomorrow, Lord willing. Peace.